Wow, our 100th episode, we're just not gonna like talk at all. We're just gonna feast the entire stream.
It's just a mukbang.
We get
Endless food. Like, we just have so much food in here.
No, we get like pounds of Chick-fil-A. Like pounds of it. Because Sal's always like, Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
We do an eating competition.
I'd win.
Sal would win.
Unless it's burgers.
You would come in last, though.
That's not true.
How's that not true?
Honestly, now there's two things I really think I could do.
What?
I think I could be a professional eater. Like, honestly.
An eater. That's interesting.
I think I could ride a bull pretty well.
Everybody thinks they can ride a bull pretty well until they actually get on a
I
bull.
don't know. There's not many things I would give myself credit for. I think if I got on a bull, I would last way longer than you think I would. Like, how long do you think I would
Robert, how long do you think this dude lasts on a bull?
Wait, we started?
I guess.
He can hear us?
Yeah.
That's fucking illegal. Get the fuck out of here.
Realistically, how long are we talking?
Okay, isn't like the most like...
What?
Isn't like the most like... He said 0 seconds. A bull literally eat your ass.
Over.
Like most like professional bull riders was like 8 seconds or 9 seconds or something.
It's gotta be more than that.
Maybe 12. I don't think it's much more than that.
All right, so say it's 12. I think I can last.
If you lasted more than 5 seconds,
okay, 5 is the
or like
watermark.
4, like 4.
You better not say anything over 5, because there's professionals that do that.
Yeah,
shit.
5 might be stretching. I was gonna say like 3 or 4 seconds. Like I'd stay on a bull for like 3.
I actually kind of want to Google this right now.
Guy riding
12,
bull.
12 sounds about right. Maybe it's like 14 or 15.
Should I look up like the
record? Yeah.
If you could be a professional eater, and be on Man vs. Food Nation.
Not.
It gives me points.
Dude, Man vs. Food, when it came out, everyone.
Oh,
used
I
to
loved
eat that
it. I still watch Drivers, Dine-Ins, and Dives.
That's a good show too.
All the time.
Jump en route to the 8-second whistle.
Well,
2 minutes 44.49 seconds.
That's a mechanical though.
Seconds is a good bull ride. At least 8 seconds. So I was right. So 8 seconds. So if you lasted, look at Robert said. you wouldn't last 8 seconds on Robert.
Can't fucking see.
No, definitely not.
No, no shot.
All right. So what do we start with? Should we start with the World Cup? Let's start on a positive note because everyone knows what the
it's
what
not
the
a positive
negative.
for me. I didn't want them to win.
What
you
actually wanted Argentina to win though?
No, he
No,
didn't.
I don't.
He hates Messi.
I don't like Messi.
We were like forcing you to take France the last podcast though.
Because I knew Argentina was gonna win.
Sal didn't want to take.
You didn't want
Argentina.
Messi to win?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
You wanted France to go back to back. That's
no.
so
I like
lame.
Ronaldo. So then it's like okay, like.
But you don't hate Messi though. Like I don't hate Ronaldo.
I don't really like Messi.
Why?
I don't know.
What is there not to like about Messi?
No, he's perfection.
I know. He doesn't like his Ronaldo. I mean, that's it. It's Ronaldo.
He just beat soccer. He beat soccer.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He has every trophy.
Did you see that the Argentina's like planning on putting him on the dollar, like their currency?
They should, bro.
It's amazing.
It's crazy how they think of him as such like a god figure.
He is though.
Messiah.
Like nobody's going up to Tom Brady and like bowing at his feet.
So like real talk, I mean Messi played a good game. Their goalkeeper like
insane. Martinez is insane.
He's always been like kind of a nutcase, but like
he's got a screw loose somewhere.
Yeah.
When he threw the ball away on the PK,
dude, I was like, can we?
I'm like, what a fucking asshole!
When we were on the
like,
stream, I was like, that got in his head for sure.
Yeah,
he missed
and then he missed
fucking
it.
PK.
Yeah.
He didn't even hit the net.
Dude, that PK shootout the whole time. As soon as France missed their first one, I was like, it's over. I didn't think Argentina was going to make every single one, but I was like, they blinked first. It was one of those things.
Nothing like watching France lose on PKs in the final. Nothing like it.
Italy
2006. Italy.
That's why I thought France might have won this one. I was kind of like, they
Did
lost
you know
the last
before that, Italy was the only team to go to PKs in the World Cup final?
I thought they said 3. I thought there was one more.
They lost in 80.
It was 2, and Italy was in both of them.
Oh, really?
They lost one of them when fucking Baggio.
It was like, what was it, like
blew
80,
it over.
Was it 86 or
86.
96? Something like that. And then in 2006, they won.
That's as good of a game as you could ever hope for in the World Cup final.
Yeah, we talked about it on stream, but it was very rarely do you get a game that just satisfies your every need. That game satisfied every need, especially if you wanted Argentina to win. You get the Argentina scoring first. You're thinking it's over. What?
How many times you asked? That's like the third time you've asked. He's like, "Do we start?"
Yeah, we started.
I don't remember the clap.
We don't.
I haven't done the clap in like years.
Are you kidding me?
I never clap. I do a countdown.
I was like,
Antonio, are you kidding?
You just missed the intro.
Yes.
No, because he's holding
for 5 minutes.
I know Robert's been in here, but like,
It doesn't matter.
I just noticed like
We're still
you
doing the
holding up
podcast.
your mouth. I'm like, I thought we were just bullshitting about the World Cup for a minute.
What do you mean? We're going.
I thought that was just like Robert being in here. I thought that was like whatever.
What do you think? This is
You
like
want me
the
to do the
pre-show?
intro? Do you miss the intro?
That's why I was kind of just sitting here because I was like, you guys are. This is good stuff.
So
This isn't any
No,
script.
that's what screwed him up. Is you didn't do the intro.
Do you want me to do the intro?
That's where he missed.
All right, I'll do the intro. In 3, 2, 1. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Skeen, alongside Antonio Fiore Salestrina. Gentlemen, so yeah, the World Cup. Very rarely do you get a game that satisfies your every need.
I have a toothache.
Like, what? Antonio really messed him up. Dude. You're not feeding into the fact that everyone thinks this is scripted already.
Oh.
Everyone thinks this is scripted. You're not feeding into that. You just
It
not
is.
thinking more that it's scripted. Like I didn't say the intro, so his script is off. He's not following the teleprompter. Was it Alan that thought it was scripted? Alan thought we had a scripted podcast.
Yeah.
Really?
Imagine if like every word we said was scripted, and we did it this good.
Imagine.
We actually had a teleprompter.
Across the screen just says that was faded.
So
Yeah,
Is the
I really was really
pre-recorded chat. Yeah,
It's really exciting. I loved the World Cup. It was a snooze fest until like the 82nd minute, and I was kicking myself after they tied it because what do you call it? I'm sitting there and I say to my dad in like the 70-something minute, I'm like, all right, I'm happy Argentina's gonna win, but I'm like, can France at least start to make it a little interesting and start
That's
going
exactly
up the field?
what they did.
And then holy shit,
Kylian Mbappe. He's the next Ronaldo, right? He's the next Messi.
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
I
He's
mean-
next.
dude, if he won, I was telling Sal on Sunday, I'm like, if he won on Sunday, like he's kind of the GOAT.
Kinda. I mean, he's Pele at that point.
the
Like,
The
what
guy's
the
already
fuck?
got a ridiculous. He's already got the most amount of goals in a final.
Think about it too. Not only did he have 3 goals, he had 3 goals, and he made the first penalty kick to the shootout. So it's like he would have had that too. Like
And he won the Golden Boot. If he won the Golden Boot and the World Cup, and then made it
and had a
back-to-back-
hat trick in the World Cup final, bro. Think about that. Like, all right, he lost. He had a hat trick in the World Cup fucking final.
That's ridiculous.
That is not okay. That is
No.
that is just genuinely.
Put the
not
ball in the
okay.
back of the net 4 times.
The best thing about it too is that it was like Messi versus Mbappe. Like it wasn't like either one of the
Did you
guys.
see the
just, like,
video of
disappeared.
Messi like fist bumping towards Mbappe, and then Mbappe scored an extra time, and then he like fist bumped back to him? There's a video going around about that.
Dude,
That's
they
cool.
both were like, yeah,
they're both
looked
like,
right
yeah.
at each other.
They're like, yeah, this is what we want.
Yeah, no, it was nice. That was a great game.
One of the, I think, the greatest World Cup final. I think people are calling it. Would you agree? I mean, I've only been alive for so many, but
I mean, Italy France was like a great game. Like
That's
as far as I
like
remember.
very
probably
iconic
since then,
game.
This is probably the best. Like
Yeah.
since then, I mean, last year
Spain Netherlands was as boring of a game as it does. I hate watching Spain.
Spain Netherlands was annoying. You know, the last one was kind of
Argentina.
dumb.
Argentina and Germany is
was
pretty
not-
exciting.
Was not that didn't do it for me.
It was an exciting game though, but it wasn't this exciting.
I remember being crushed at the end, so obviously, like, I don't know.
If Higuain wasn't fat,
memorable
it might
for
have
me.
it might have been a good game.
Yeah, fuck Higuain.
Higuain wasn't.
Higuain
bad.
sucks.
Dude, he got a ball bounced right back to him off the German's header, and he just like pushes it wide. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
He'll goes and breaks like scoring records in like the most defensive league in the entire world. Then he can't do shit on Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what's funny though is had they won that World Cup, this one wouldn't have been as special
Right.
because it's all about Messi getting
Yeah.
his for his
Yeah.
last international game. Like this is it.
Like, do we know for sure he's not going to play again in 4
He's not
years?
playing
Guy's
again.
only going to be
Why not?
38.
Why would he play?
I think
38.
he's already said too. Like this is his last
Hurrah.
World Cup, and if he's not gonna play in the next World Cup, why would he play for Argentina anymore? For like the Copa in 2 years,
It was so rude.
he won the Copa already. Why would he go back? Like that. Like if you're gonna end on that, wouldn't you want it to be that game? that you ended on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the perfect ending. So I think he's done with international play at least. And then the rumor came out that he's going to stay with PSG and not come to U.S.
Really?
Apparently.
Why?
I don't trust the story, but
I don't know. I've kind of said a couple times that it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up going back out on loan to Europe after a year or two.
no, I think he would go back to PSG. He'd re-sign with PSG.
Why does he want to play
He doesn't
there?
wanna keep
Why does he
playing
want to
there.
play at PSG? Why did he want to go there at first?
He didn't.
Champions League.
Barcelona was like, you can't stay here. It was due to some spending rule in Spain that they like didn't have enough assets.
So he had to go to Paris?
They could not pay him. They could not even give him a free contract.
No. I remember this, but he had to go to Paris.
I think at the time PSG was the
Who
best.
Who else has the
team.
money to pay him? Yeah, that's the other thing too.
PSG was the best option.
I don't
at that
think
time.
City.
Neymar was there.
I don't
Mbappe
think
was
City
there.
could have taken him on either. I think their wage
Most
was
likely not. I don't know.
It was something like that.
I mean, that's when Man City was stacked too. Like they were paying.
Well, they were paying everyone.
That was the most solid days.
Yeah, that was the most. Yeah, that was the most like paid for team ever. Was that Man City team? But I hope he doesn't. I hope he actually comes to the MLS. I know he will eventually. Like it's not like he's not going to, even if he does stay with PSG for another like 2 years or something like that. But I think that him coming to the U.S. is going to be so big. It's going to be so huge. Should we move on to football?
Yes.
Do you want to start with the shit? Do you want to start with it?
Do you want me to go or do you want to go?
You can go.
I just can't believe how dumb.
I will have a healthy rant though.
I don't. I can't believe how dumb this Bill Belichick led team is. All you hear all the time is the Patriot way and how smart this franchise is and how they don't make mental mistakes and yada yada yada. And all season I've been telling you they're a terrible football team that doesn't. They can't think straight. They get dumb penalties. They shoot themselves in the foot constantly. They don't make big plays. It's just one mistake after another, right?
Mm-hmm.
All culminating this Sunday in Vegas, of all places, where they got screwed number one on the touchdown, but I'm a Patriots fan, so I won't.
That was shit.
I won't make a big deal about it. But whatever situation that was, why Josh McDaniels needed to call a run with, or Josh McDaniels, see, Matt Patricia needed to call a run with 5, 6, 7, whatever seconds left on the clock. You're not scoring a touchdown on a run. I can 99.999 say that, right?
Yeah.
So why not take a knee? If Mac Jones can't throw the ball 60 yards, take a knee, go into overtime, right?
Right.
So then we lateral it the first time,
Yeah.
just go down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, nobody knows that it's not. They think that they're losing.
Yeah.
They literally thought that they were losing.
Yeah.
They had no
At
awareness.
least Jacoby Myers thought there, and probably Ramondre Stevenson. They both
They
thought they were.
they
losing.
had no awareness of the situation. They were like, "Oh yeah, now we're gonna play this game of throw the lateral backwards until someone screws up or we score a touchdown." Right.
Yeah.
The last thing I'm gonna say about it, that Matt Jones attempt at a tackle.
Oh, that was
That
that was comical.
that
was so funny.
An 8-year-old with his father.
I don't fucking. I personally don't blame him for that. Bro,
I'm
he is a
not
fridge.
sitting there saying Matt Jones needs to tackle him or bring him to
Like
the
that's
ground.
happening. That's happening 20 times out of 20.
Hold on to his leg. Just like do something.
Oh, I know.
He just went and just like flailed backwards. Like that's all.
But
he
in
did.
the moment too, he's like so shocked that like it got thrown back there. That like what the fuck?
Trip him, grab him, do something. He literally like it's the most pathetic attempt at a tackle ever. All of that is just one long way of saying that this Patriots team is the most infuriating Patriots team I've ever watched. At least the last few years, they've lost on like them not being as good as their opponent. This year, it's just a matter of they're stupid.
That was definitely a dumb.
They're gonna infuriate you to the very last week too, because they're not gonna be eliminated. I don't think until the very last week. They're gonna
fucked
keep
by
you
the
on the
Bills.
edge.
They can get fucked by
What
the
were
Bills.
they thinking?
I don't know.
Like, what was Jacoby Myers thinking?
Dude, if
No.
if the Bucks didn't already like crush my parlays for me, that would have sent me over watching that.
That was It
would've been the fucking worst.
And a lot of healthy parlays that had a very big thing to do with it. That game. But what I'll say about it is, yeah, the Patriots suck. Yeah, that was a huge mental mistake. All that. I'll go back to the fact that they should have never been in that position. Now, we've seen this weekend, we saw a lot of faded refereeing. I don't know if I don't know if you guys caught it.
That was my next point, but keep going.
So yeah, here I thought you were done. Sorry.
No. Keep going.
So Matt Hollins catches a touchdown. On the play, in real time, I said to myself, that is out of bounds. Like, it's out of bounds. Then they go to the review. And the replay they keep showing is a nosebleed camera angle 500,000 feet away. That is the no superimposing on any other play, on any part of the field. We see it every game, 30 times a game. If a guy catches a ball, is it a catch or not? They go in, they superimpose it, they zoom in super wide to see if the ball is hitting the ground. There was nothing of that sort on that camera angle. Now, why is that the only camera angle of the fucking end zone?
For fun, though.
Why?
It's for fun.
Why, though? Why on that
Gotta
play
keep you on your toes.
is that the only... Not to mention, it's out of bounds. The guy is foot... There is no black between his toe and the end line. Hence what the rule says. So he is out of bounds. When they started looking at that and they were taking a long time, I was like, no shot they call this a touchdown.
Inconclusive evidence just for fun.
Even on the faded ass angle that they had, I could see that it was out of bounds. What? Just because they called it a touchdown on the field? Is that what it was?
I guess.
Is there no fucking evidence to prove otherwise? I saw it with my own two fucking eyes. I saw it with my own two eyes. They should have never been put in that position to begin with. Now, to go on to that play, what the fuck? What the fuck are we doing?
Just knee it.
I didn't believe it until like halfway through the play it was done.
The reason that they didn't throw a Hail Mary is because Mac Jones can't throw the ball 60 yards. That's what they said.
Yeah,
he used to throw the ball down the field all the time at Alabama.
He can't throw it 60 yards, apparently.
I mean, to Mac Jones' credit, it was a long way to throw a Hail Mary for. Because remember, too, you got to drop back like 12 yards to throw a Hail Mary.
Midfield, dude.
No, he's not at midfield. They were on like the 30-some yard line.
They were on like the 45. They were on like the.
Nobody's throwing Hail Marys from there. Nobody's throwing Hail Marys from there.
NFL quarterbacks are.
No, they get to at least the 50.
The play starting at the 45, probably not. Honestly,
no, they don't throw Hail Marys from that far.
That's not. Aaron Rodgers have been from closer than that.
Matt Jones has a noodle arm.
I agree. He can't throw it that far. Not a lot of quarterbacks can. Most of the quarterbacks in the NFL cannot throw that football.
Keep going.
So. Exactly. Why not take a knee? I think Matt Patricia has been the worst, coach this year. Offensive play calling wise. You saw it last week in Arizona. They're Mac Jones started to get frustrated with him. What the fuck are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we calling these plays? You're not getting the plays in on time. I don't even think Matt Patricia is the sole person calling the plays. I think that there's other people involved. Why are there so many people involved? Why? Why not have just one guy put the play in, let Mac handle it? Mac has been there long enough now where I think that he can handle it on his own. Not call the plays on his own, but you call in the play to him and he can read the defense. Mm-hmm. It's not so much of instructing a young kid. He's not 5 years old. I think he can fucking handle it at this point. But I mean, holy shit.
Just not a smart move to give a guy an offensive play calling job with a defensive background when he's a second year quarterback too. You're trying to develop this kid. And you got
Matt Patricia.
Yeah, you got Matt Patricia calling plays. And it's just, I don't know. I think it's kind of arrogance on Bill Belichick's end with the beginning of the season, too, naming him an OC.
I said since probably last season he's past his expiration date. Bill needs to go.
I just don't think he cares anymore.
Well, the thing is, too, as a fan base, are we really throwing out our coach that has 6 Super Bowls? We're really going to do that?
No, I'm not throwing him out.
I will. I have no problem.
I'm just saying if there is no changes made, then I'm throwing him out. Yeah. Because there has to be something changed. With the way that this season has gone, they have a really good team. Mm-hmm. They should easily make the playoffs. They should easily, especially in the position that they're in now, where it's coming down between them and the Chargers and the Jets. You should easily beat those two teams into the playoffs. Especially with the record they have coming up is not the easiest, but at the same time, you put yourself in that spot.
Can we talk about all the shit that happened this weekend? Just I have a little list here.
Okay, yeah.
So NFL rigged, but NFL not rigged. But NFL's kind of rigged. Colts come back. Bears come back. Or Vikings come back against the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots lateral play.
Yep.
Mike White not having the ability to play Sunday.
Yeah.
He went to 10 different doctors and they all said no. But Mike White was willing to play.
Yeah.
But he just was not allowed to play.
Yeah. Well, he has a broken rib.
That's fine. Washington's pass interference.
Yep.
Or the Terry McLaurin play, both of them, right?
Yep.
The Chiefs can apparently never cover a spread.
Nope.
Just ever.
They're terrible.
No,
at that.
literally. When do the Chiefs not cover a spread?
Or Houston,
No, they don't.
Or
That was
Houston
something I
loves
was gonna
covering
bring
the
up
spread.
today.
Either one.
Like
Houston just loves covering spreads, I guess.
they're the best plus like 10 or to 15 team ever.
What the fuck?
Every time I looked up at that game, it was like, oh, the Chiefs are driving, and then it's like, oh, flag, oh, holding on the offense. Every play.
The Chiefs were asleep.
They had almost double their yards,
Why
too,
did
I think.
Okay, going back to that, why do the Chiefs hate playing Houston?
I don't know. It's
They always
close.
give Houston
Yeah, it's
like
always like a little
hope.
Yeah.
I beat them 30-0 one time in that playoff game. That started off with a kick return.
They also
It's like 8 years ago.
They
but-
also were down 24-0 at home to them somehow. Do you remember that game?
Against
I do.
Deshaun Watson.
Sure do. Wow, you're right.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the Alex Smith one.
Something about the fucking Chiefs and the Texans and the Patrick Mahomes era. They don't like playing them, I guess.
Oh, right, because it's kind of like, what we were saying with the Bucks on how they keep losing. And they're like, oh, when's the week where finally we're going to be right about them winning a game? The Chiefs, it's like every week we say, all right, when are they going to blow up?
Every dog covered at 1 o'clock. Underdogs went 7-0 at 1 o'clock. I was like,
That's insane. And I think that's been why didn't that happen last week? Didn't a lot of
I feel like
underdogs
that
cover?
happens like the last 4 or 5 weeks, honestly.
Yeah, I mean it's been a close fucking. It's been a lot of close games. I mean, when
Probably goes. I want a 30-second timeout to talk about UConn men's basketball.
Oh, my God. They're the
They're-
biggest team I've ever
they're
seen.
really
They're
good.
so good.
they're frauds,
They're frauds, bro. That's the craziest take of all time.
they don't play any ranked teams.
The
They
fuck's
play-
They just ran through a tournament with 3 ranked teams.
Yeah, and they didn't play any of them. They didn't play UNC.
Didn't they play
No,
really
and-
good teams?
The only ranked team they played was
That's-
Alabama. That was the only ranked team that they've played.
And they beat them by
Creighton.
25.
What do you mean?
They literally beat them by 25.
It wasn't that easy of a game.
I'm pulling this up.
It was more than
They
beat
pulled
by
away
more
at
than
the end of the
10, I think.
second half, but it wasn't that.
I mean,
easy
yeah,
of a
but
game
I mean,
for
it's not like Butler's a decent opponent. So is Butler's
They're
8
not
and 4.
ranked. If you
They're-
look at
they're
all,
still 8 and 4.
if you
I know
look
they're
at
not
all
ranked.
the top
I
10
But
teams,
non-ranked
I
teams
can't
make the
believe you're
tournament
saying
and win
UConn's
games
bad.
all the
They've
time.
looked so
no, I'm not
good
saying that
this
they're bad. I think that their seeding does not replicate how they are. I don't think they've
Listen,
been tested.
They're not playing ranked teams, but it's not like they're playing shit. I know they're not playing shit schools, no, and they're still playing
listen.
like Florida, Butler, Georgetown, Oregon.
All shit.
All shit.
All
Apparently,
shit.
those are all shit.
All
They
shit.
beat Oregon by 30, Alabama by 15, Iowa State by 20.
Those are the teams I bring up. I don't bring up Stonehill College. I don't bring up Buffalo. I don't bring up UNCW.
If you look at all the top 10 teams ranked right now, they all have at least 2 wins against ranked teams. Either Duke, Kansas.
So what do you want them to do? Play a team that's not on their
All I'm saying is I am holding off on the men's basketball team. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I will, and it sucks because they're literally going to be undefeated going into the tournament.
Big East doesn't really
No,
have.
they're not.
No, they're not. Well, actually,
They don't play anybody hard until March.
The Big East doesn't have many ranked teams this year.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Marquette and Providence are in the Big East, right?
They are,
Yeah,
but
they're both-
most of the time there's like
unranked.
five. Most of the times
one
like
of
5
them-
teams.
one
All
of them is
unranked.
beating them. One of them is
Most of the time,
All
yeah, they
unranked.
got Butler,
Creighton's
Villanova
the only
there.
ranked team. And Creighton, I think, dropped out of the. I think
Creighton's not good.
Creighton was ranked top 10.
Yeah, they're not good though.
Okay, that's the best team in the Big East.
Yeah, literally, Robert. They're
Besides
bigger than
Providence.
everybody in the fucking country too. Who's gonna rebound over them?
Providence is literally the second best team in the Big East.
Yeah, and they're unranked.
That doesn't mean they're not good. It's early in the season.
UConn was unranked for a long time last year, and they end up making the
UConn
tournament.
has looked like the best team this year.
Bro, I'm not saying that they're not good. That's again, I'm just saying they're not tested. I want to see them tested.
Yeah,
They're
relax.
not tested.
Give 'em
They're
a pop
still-
quiz.
But that's what I'm saying.
Give 'em a
Like,
pop quiz.
We've played.
They're not playing any
What do we
more
have?
than
We have half the
tournament.
season left, and there's still more time for some Big East teams to catch some fire. I'm sure you're going to see
all I'm
someone be
saying is
ranked
they're
in
gonna
that
fall
conference.
Asleep at the wheel, Antonio. They're going to be like Gonzaga. They're going to fall asleep at the wheel.
How did I?
Gonzaga.
How did I go?
Gonzaga played in the easiest fucking division. They were ranked
Yeah,
number
because
one
they're in
for
the West
20
Coast.
fucking years.
This division is so much more difficult than where fucking Gonzaga plays.
Look at how Gonzaga is now. They're playing in an actual hard conference, and look at what's happened. Look what's happened.
UConn was
They're
in
not
an
ranked
easier
number one
conference
anymore.
before this. They were in the AAC.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's fine.
who the
But
fuck is in
they're
the
just-
AAC?
They're just not going to play anyone good until the tournament.
All right. Well,
That's all I'm saying.
That guy really.
Time.
Wow.
You're looking at me like I'm saying they're the worst team ever. They are really fucking good.
You
They're
are.
top 10 in the country. They just
No,
haven't
that's
played
bullshit.
anybody good.
Actually,
Have they played anybody good? Have they played a ranked team since Alabama? Okay, thank you. Jesus fucking Christ. If they played Duke or Kansas right now, how do you think the game would go? Do you think it'd be a fucking 15-point win?
No.
No, it might.
No, it won't.
No,
I don't know.
It'll be a close game.
It'll probably be a good game.
Play
Yeah.
that game. I want to see them play that game, and we're not going to see it until the tournament. That's all I'm saying.
UConn would beat Duke by 20.
No.
Oh.
Would they beat Kansas by 20?
They're big.
No.
Would they beat Purdue by 20?
7.
All right.
10.
All right.
UConn's the best team in the country.
I'm just worried about it. I'm worried about it. That's all.
I love that I hopped off the Jacksonville train just for.
I can't believe Robert just did that to us.
Yeah, thanks, Robert.
Big Null heated. I love it. I wasn't heated. Antonio got heated at me, so I had to match his energy.
What?
You both got heated.
I got heated first.
Because I'm just saying, like, they haven't played anybody good, and they're going to be undefeated going into the tournament.
No, tell me. No, whatever.
I'm just saying they've played competent programs still
I'm not
that you will
saying
normally see ranked. I know you don't see a number next to it, but it's still
All of the
Not
other
like there's not talent on the teams.
We're not even close to March. Fuck college basketball.
but all the other top 10
yeah.
teams
But how much
have
more interesting
played,
is it than the NBA? Still,
They've played
yeah.
Kansas, they've played Duke, they've played Purdue, like they've played these teams and beat them. They've played Baylor, they beat them. Like all these other top 10 teams have. That's all I'm saying. UConn hasn't.
no, I know.
And it's not at fault for UConn, obviously. Like, if you want to be undefeated going in the fucking tournament, obviously that's where you want to be. I'm just saying, like, they better be fucking ready when they play a team like Kansas or like Duke or like Purdue.
Facts.
That's all I'm saying.
Anyways.
Back to football.
So you said something about Jacksonville. We're moving into
I
it.
love that.
Now that my blood pressure's up,
Yeah.
fuck.
I love that I hopped off Jacksonville and talked shit about Trevor Lawrence just for like ever since I talked shit about him to be like
He's been
like,
popping.
like,
As soon
the
as
best
he for some reason nonsensically made me call him a bust, even though it kind of made no sense in that kind of
Now
assessment.
he's looked like
It's-
anything but a bust
yeah.
now.
he's been the best quarterback in the league. Since
Give the fucking kid time to develop with a good coach. He has a good coach for 5
Well, I
games,
got
and
a
it's like,
little
oh, he's a
impatient.
bust.
I was waiting to see
He's a bust.
some. He what?
Did we
he was
emphatically
throwing-
call him a bust, though?
I said he's close to a bust.
I don't think we emphatically called him a bust.
Oh,
but we
you
were like
did.
alluding
You
to it.
hate him.
No, I don't
Bro, he's
hate
throwing
him.
for 1 touchdown every week. Like,
Oh yeah, he was. I know that.
I want to see something more than that with Doug Peterson.
So did I, but I was.
No. The more I
calm.
think about it, we were faded. We were faded. Why did we say that?
Because he needed kicked in the ass. I need to wait.
I think you wanted him to be bad.
Huh?
You wanted him to be kind of stinky.
Yeah.
You like that narrative of
I mean, I'm
he
not-
doesn't
I'm not-
face no
I
adversity.
mean, I'm not putting a crown on him just yet.
You should.
Why? They're not
You should
making the
suck his dick.
playoffs. They're not going to make the playoffs. Huh? They're not
They're
making the
getting
playoffs.
back to the playoffs.
Wow.
So
No, they might.
listen to this.
They might.
Listen to this. First round because
Talk him, he's going to do good.
the 4. So they'd be the 4 seed. They get a home playoff game. If Miami is the top wild card, they would play them.
That's a disgusting game.
Stop.
I don't-
Florida
no, I
Bowl,
don't
and
wanna-
it's a rematch of Trevor Lawrence and Tua Tagovailoa from like
I don't
whatever
wanna-
years ago.
I don't care. I don't want to watch Jacksonville and Miami.
The
I don't
storyline
really-
would- No,
I would
the
actually- I would
storyline
watch that
kinda
game.
be
I would
horrible.
much
Jacksonville would win.
I'd much rather watch, and this is disgusting, Tennessee and Baltimore.
Ew.
No.
Yes.
Ew.
Those 2 teams hate each other.
No.
They hate each other.
Opinions, please. I mean,
Jacksonville and Miami would be lit. The storylines would be insane.
That'd be a good game.
They'd do the whole Tua versus Trevor Lawrence thing. Jacksonville, because if they're making the playoffs, then they're going to be crazy going into the playoffs. They're going to be peaking at the right time. Miami's been scoring a shit ton. Like, it'd be like a 35-31 game.
That's what you think.
And you just don't want to see Miami win.
And then it would be 17-10.
You don't want to see Miami win. Miami wins that game, but I think it's a close game.
Ugh. I don't like either of those teams. I like Jacksonville kind of, but like, ugh.
You love Jacksonville coming into the year.
No, because then I jumped off. I jumped off. As soon as he got
When
good,
they
I
were
jumped
poopy,
off.
when they were poopy in the beginning. Now they're not poopy.
so also you look at and how many games Zach Wilson's started all but 2 games, I think, right?
Yeah.
So you get the 1 and 2 1 and 2 overall picks from last year, and when you just look at their stats next to each other before the game, it's fucking hilarious.
Well, 2 years ago yesterday, or it might be today, was the Trevor Lawrence or the game the Jets won, so they turned it to Trevor Lawrence in the draft when they were 0-13.
That's right.
Yeah, and now
when they threw while
I forgot about
throwing.
that.
Yeah, and then this week is Trevor Lawrence versus Zach Wilson, 1 versus 2 in the draft. So
Is it going to be Zach Wilson?
yeah, Mike White's out or done. They already said that.
Yep. So we have
Confirmed.
3,500 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions
Sucks
against
too,
1,500
I
yards,
bet
6
that's
touchdowns,
eating
and 6
Mike White.
interceptions.
What is Trevor Lawrence's stats? 35, 24, and 7?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
he's on fire, Sal. I remember, dude, it was like week 6. We looked at his stats, and I was like,
he's going to have 4,000.
He's going to throw 30 touchdowns and 4,000
I was going to say he's going to
yards.
have 4,030 this year at least. That's crazy.
No, like ever since you shit talked him, literally.
So what's he going to have next year? 4,535? Like, fuck me.
Was it
He
the
really
week
good.
after you shit talked him? Was that crazy game against Baltimore?
Baltimore, yeah. And
then they scored 36 last week, and then this week, like, what the fuck is happening, dude?
It's crazy how I do it, man.
Can we talk about that?
It's crazy how the Jets took Zach Wilson.
Yep. What were you going to say? Your team loves to do a great game. Loves it.
I'm not.
The referees needed the
they
Giants
did, but I normally am.
shit.
I am normally not on the benefiting end of that at all.
The last
That's
sequence,
incredible.
So faded.
That's shit that happens to the Giants, not for the Giants. That was
It
crazy.
sucks too because my prediction would have came correct.
Would you say 23 something?
I said
No, they both go back into
23-20
overtime?
Washington. I said in overtime.
Oh,
Almost.
So that's
They-
why it didn't happen.
yeah.
They would have tied it the same exact way they did the last game too, on a 2-point conversion.
I don't think
if they scored.
Yeah, and it would have been 2020 heading into overtime, and then it definitely wouldn't have tied. So yeah, you're right. That's crazy.
I can't believe that wasn't a pass interference. Do they just not call anything on 2 points?
all right. So the pass interference was bad, but like, Terry McLaurin literally lined up, gave the referee the finger point, and then
the ref was like, "Yeah."
he was like, "You're good."
Yeah.
What?
And then, it was like, I would be so mad if I was Terry McLaurin. He looks and he points at him. He goes like this. And like, you see him reaching for his flag. And then right as the ball
That
gets
was so
snapped,
funny.
he throws it.
He
It's like,
throws it. He goes like this. And Terry looks over like, bro, you just said that was good.
It's like, what? No, that was a bad refereeing weekend, but that capped it off. That one was like, what is going on out here?
When I saw that, like, because I saw the missed call on the pass interference, but it was like, when I saw that, when Terry McLaurin lines up, that was not the faded play of the week, but that was second faded play of the week.
Faded play of the week is that lateral, and that's forever.
It's faded play.
That's faded play of the
faded play of the
century.
year.
Yeah.
Faded
Century.
play of
No,
the
it
year.
might be Century.
Might be Century. I don't know. They have the Miami Miracle too.
That's all right. So like we'll have like faded play of the week, but right now that's the take for faded play of like forever.
At the end of the year, like the podcast after the Super Bowl, we'll do like faded plays of the year. We have to like go back and remember a bunch.
I like that.
I don't. It's gonna be hard to remember them all, but
Let's get into this week. Let's talk some games.
okay.
Week 16.
Well, did we even talk about the Minnesota game?
It was Matt Ryan. What did you expect? Literally.
How good was that game?
That team was on pace to score 100 points after the first quarter.
All I'm gonna say is there was 8 minutes left, and the Colts just got an interception, and they were up 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
How do you manage to lose that football game?
I have no
They
idea.
were still passing. They were throwing incomplete passes. Just run the ball every time.
He missed 6 games.
And then as soon as Dalvin Cook
I don't
caught
know.
that screen pass, everyone was like, "Tackling? What's tackling?"
Everyone was like, "This is where it ends
Yeah.
right here," because it's like,
Oh, he's
yo,
right.
why is that the pedigree with Matt Ryan? And I feel like it's not his fault. Like when the team is supposed to run and he throws and they end up being faded and giving it away, just run the fucking football.
It's not that hard. And I
know it's not his fault.
And then Matt Ryan did the worst QB sneak ever
Yeah,
on 4th and 1
Mm-hmm.
or 4th and inches, and you can't even get like half a foot.
I don't know why in your right mind you would have him do a quarterback sneak on 4th and
Bring
inches.
Ellinger to do it.
Yeah,
Literally.
do the play where the fucking tight end or something
Can
comes
Matt
across.
Ryan move?
No, he's decrepit, bro. He's decrepit. He's the worst. I'd rather have Philip Rivers.
I think every week we have a segment on Matt Ryan.
Of course we do. Also, my bad, Eric. You're right.
6 games.
6. That's a lot more.
What'd you
than
say,
2.
2?
I said 2.
I thought
Then I was like, oh shit, that's right. Flacco started 3
Yeah,
in
I
the
was gonna
beginning
say
of the year,
he's hurt in
and then he
the-
just lost 2.
Well, like in the recent stretch, 2 was correct. But like,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
knew what you meant. Nah, screw that.
Nah, you're faded.
Screw that comeback. That was just like one of those where it's like,
Biggest comeback. Kirk Cousins
Colts
has the
still
biggest
covered.
comeback. Think about this for a second. Kirk Cousins has the biggest comeback in NFL history.
that would have caused so many just unfortunate situations if the Colts did not cover that game.
Yeah.
Imagine you had Colts plus 3.5. All right, if you had Colts money line, like You know, there's some.
You're faded anyway.
No, you're faded anyway. But there's some dude who was like sitting there at the window, and he's like +3.5, plus money line. I like the +160. I'm just gonna bet him to win, and then they're up 33-0, and he's like, "Oh, this is so free."
Well, if they cover that 3.5,
They're gonna
have a
win.
good chance
Yeah,
of winning.
literally.
Like, you know what I mean? And then they're up 33-0 at half. You're like, this is
You're counting
cake.
your money.
This is cake.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, you're already at the fucking counter, ready to cash your ticket.
But you're barking.
You're like, can I just get this now?
Yeah.
Like, they're obviously gonna win.
Ugh.
He goes, you're good. He's still not good. No, he's not.
Zach Wilson, terrible. Speaking of Zach Wilson,
Yep.
Thursday Night Football.
Interesting.
Ugh, is right.
Ugh.
Jets spread has moved slightly. Now favored Jets -1.5.
Yeah.
The Jaguars are favored.
You probably should be.
Over under is 37.5 points. I would like a different point of view before I give mine, please.
I just, you know how bad I want to take the Jaguars.
But
My mind goes to like, oh, it's a quarterback mismatch by like a mile. But then I start thinking about, well, I see everybody. I know the world is on Jacksonville right now. Everybody's going to be betting Jacksonville. You know, think about the Jets defense out there on a cold Thursday night, New York. It's going to be nice and rowdy there. I don't know. I just see I see the Jets winning this game. Like I said about the Patriots, I think the Jets and Pats are going to be in it, you know, kind of until the last week, and we'll see.
So the Jaguars can still make the playoffs if they lose this game and win their next two.
Right.
But Tennessee has to lose either to Houston, which is not going to happen.
And Jacksonville will have to beat Tennessee, correct?
Well, their next two, one of them is against Tennessee.
Okay.
And then, or at Dallas, and then you would figure they would lose at Dallas.
So even if they win this game and then lose to Tennessee, it's out the window? They would just need Tennessee to lose.
It goes to a tiebreaker. They basically have to beat Tennessee to get.
That's an interesting game, Dallas and Tennessee.
Really weird.
Kind of, yeah, but like the
Those teams never
makeups
play.
of those teams are.
Dallas,
I
Tennessee, never
love
play.
saying that.
Tennessee would love to play Dallas.
That's like the same team playing each other, except like Dallas is a little better.
The defense, yeah.
I'm gonna actually agree with Antonio, and I'm surprised Antonio's not taking Jacksonville here.
Why? Because of how much I like Trevor and how much I despise the Jets.
Yeah.
I know.
I feel like I'm kind of with you, and it's one of those games where like it's kind of just too easy to take Jacksonville. It's like almost one of those where like, all right, Jacksonville just has to win the game. Like obviously they're gonna win the game. It's like, well, you know, then it's like the third quarter and it's a close game, and then you know the Jets defense makes the play, or like they get like a kick return, or like just something dumb. I feel like something dumb's happening.
Yeah, I mean, Lawrence fumbled on
Yeah.
what we thought could have been the last drive of the game last week. We thought the game was over.
These two teams played
still prone to mistake.
Yeah, these two teams played last year, and it came down to the last play. They were on the goal line, and I think Lawrence threw like an incompletion or interception, but I still think it's one of those games that the Jets are probably going to not dominate, but they're going to control the pace and how this game is played, and I think it's an under, and I like the Jets to win.
I like Jacksonville in this game.
Under, yeah, I do agree with that.
I think I like the over. I think Jacksonville keeps pace here. I think Doug Peterson has really like won over this locker room. Not that he couldn't or that they didn't like him, but I think like it's finally like his philosophies have gotten through, I think. And you see his fingerprints all over this team, and I think like the way he just rallies guys, like he loves making a good playoff run. He just loves getting teams to the playoffs. So I think they dominate this game. I really do.
All right.
I think the Jets are bad. I think that they've
Kick the can.
It's been a very Jets
season. It's
season.
over for them. I think it's over for them, and I think it's over for the Patriots.
I think they still have maybe one more good game. This is a game where like you're gonna get the Jets like at their peak performance. I think.
Yeah.
I don't like. It's not like they sleepwalk through this game or don't care about this game. Like this is their season.
I think their peak performance was beating the Bills earlier this year.
No. I don't mean it like you're in at their best game. You're in at like their best like shot. Like they're gonna give it their like. I know it sounds cliche. Obviously, every week they do that, but like it's a game where their whole season rides on this game. So either they're gonna go out there and win, or if they lose, they probably pack it in after this week, and then you probably bet against them the next 2 weeks.
I just think that they're not used to this. They're not used to the vying for the playoffs type feel, and I don't think they're ready for it.
All right. Detroit travels to Carolina. We have Saturday games this week and 3 Sunday games. This is Saturday at 1.
Christmas Eve.
Detroit will be a 2.5 point favorite in Carolina, not even a field goal. Over under is 43.5 points.
That's interesting.
I think based on the spread, I have to take Carolina. and I'm back on my bullshit lately because I feel like I've been off my bullshit, and it just doesn't work out. So I actually really like Carolina in this game.
Oh, man, I'm going to stick with Detroit here. I have to stick with Detroit. They've been winning. They're really locked in. They want that playoff spot so bad. And I think like they have to win out, right? Do they have to win out?
Why do they have to?
Well, just to get that last playoff spot.
Oh yeah, if you're saying to at the playoffs, yeah.
Because like they have to keep pace with, they have to beat Washington and to get in probably. Well, not beat them, but you know what I mean.
Well, it's Washington, Seattle, Green Bay, and them vying for that last spot. Because you would think the Giants are in at this point.
So they have the best. They have the best, opportunity. So I'm gonna take Detroit. They cannot lose this one.
That's why they're going to.
Okay.
That's where my instinct.
I think the 2.5 is interesting though.
That's where my instinct goes. Is that it would just be so Detroit to lose this game, and I want to get on the bullshit sell. Like my son is telling me that the bullshit of getting on Carolina is right, but
can't do it.
I don't think I wanna.
Right.
I don't think I can.
You haven't stopped drinking the Detroit.
No, I haven't stopped drinking the. I mean,
I haven't either.
I haven't been gulping the Kool-Aid, but
Just
I've been
slowly
taking
sipping.
sips.
Yeah.
Every
I've
few
been-
weeks.
I've been bathing in it.
So I'm gonna take a sip this week.
All right. I like it.
I'm just looking at the standings right now. Yeah, Lions are 7-7. They're half a game behind the Commanders. Commanders are 7-6-1, and then Seattle's also 7-7, and then 6-8 is like Tampa Bay and Green Bay, but Tampa Bay's leading their division. So kind of the four teams I said: Lions, Packers, Seahawks, Commanders.
And the Commanders have a tough last 3 games.
Well, that starts with their next game, which we'll wait on that one. That's at 4:00, but. Playing San Fran is no easy task these days. Saints going to Cleveland. This is going to be a very windy game, very cold and windy. One of the lowest totals this century,
Jesus
I
Christ.
believe.
I think it's going to be snowing too.
32.5 points is the over-under. That's the more interesting part. Cleveland is a 2.5-point favorite.
32.5, dude. That is so little points.
I mean, does Nick Chubb not hit the ball 400 times on Sunday?
I was gonna say if this Saints team played outside in the cold consistently throughout the year,
They'd be a good team.
I'd probably trust them in the
Yeah.
cold, just like the way the roster's made up. But they just don't do that enough for me to confidently take them in this game. I agree with you what you're saying with Chubb. Cleveland probably by like 6 or a touchdown or something.
I hate this game. And
It's gross.
I really don't want to take Cleveland at all.
Pretty much every game every week that involves the Browns or New Orleans is gross, and I don't like
playing
it.
Each other, so
this is
it's
it's a good
I'm
point.
taking Cleveland here.
I'll take Cleveland reluctantly. I take Cleveland every week, so obviously that was going to be my pick. But like this is like a true coin flip in my mind.
I think New Orleans gets shut out in this game.
I
could be
I can see it.
They literally
Yeah, I'm thinking like 14-0, maybe.
like Andy Dalton in the
9-0.
cold. Andy Dalton in the cold. Ew.
No. I don't like anybody in the cold. I don't like this game.
This is my favorite spread of the weekend. Both of you are going to look at me like I'm nuts. Cincinnati at New England. New England's a 3-point dog.
You're taking New England.
Bill Belichick. Okay, so there's two things. Bill Belichick is not losing this football game,
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
He's not after what hit. The practices this week were some of the worst you've seen.
You take the money line.
Say it,
Oh
son.
yeah, you do. Number 2. What's the famous Bill Belichick quote?
On to Cincinnati.
On to Cincinnati. And
Why do
who
they
are-
always have a faded loss right before they play Cincinnati?
And who are they on to right now? Cincinnati. I love the New England Patriots this week. +3. And Antonio's correct. Take the money line as well.
I'm not going to do it. I've punted on the Patriots.
Fuck
Oh,
you.
that's your sign. That's your sign right there. You're taking the Bengals?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Patriots are free now. Patriots are literally free now.
Cincinnati might win by
Can
30.
my pick 3 be the Patriots 3 times? Can I do
I'm
that?
telling you, Nolan, they're going to
But you
be.
can't put it in there.
I don't think they're making the playoffs, but the Patriots
They're
are going
winning
to
this
keep you
game.
in it until the
Yeah.
last week.
I think this is where it ends, gentlemen.
This is where they're winning this game.
Joe Burrow is the anomaly.
You're getting the best. You're getting the best performance of the Patriots season Sunday.
I don't think so. I don't think they're capable of it.
All right.
And I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But my hopes have been crushed.
This is 16-10 New England Patriots. That is what the score of the game is.
Joe Burrow's an anomaly. That's all I'll say.
Buffalo at Chicago. Buffalo's an 8.5-point favorite.
Can Buffalo play in decent weather once?
Can Buffalo put up more? Well, no, they put up 32. Can Buffalo cover a spread, please?
Yeah, them and the Chiefs hate that. They really hate that.
The second half of the year, they hate it.
I think Buffalo got outplayed pretty much almost all that game against Miami on Saturday too. Miami, I have no problem. Sal hates them. I have no problems with how Miami looked on Sunday.
No, Miami looked good Sunday.
They did.
I'm not saying that, dude. I feel like I take the same teams every week because I'm so close to saying Buffalo right now. Do I really I'm gonna take Buffalo down? Like, come on.
You're not taking Chicago though, are you?
I don't know. They're fine against the number.
Is it supposed to be windy as? I mean, it's gonna be 10 degrees, snowing, and windy as fuck.
Yeah, it's gonna be the worst fucking game.
All right, I'll take Buffalo. Fine.
Like the fact that it's 9 points in this weather environment that it's gonna be. Chicago's gonna be the windiest thing.
It's hard for me not to take Chicago, but I mean,
it's gonna be 40-mile-an-hour wind.
It's hard for me to take Chicago.
What are the Bills running on offense then? They're giving it to Devin Singletary.
They're running Josh Allen.
That's what I mean. That's why you want to take Chicago, right?
Yeah, he does it in the cold in Buffalo. Why
didn't you just take Buffalo?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know about this game.
Sal loves doing that. He loves taking the team and then shit talking.
Well, no, I'm gonna take Chicago. I don't feel extravagant about it. You know,
this game
just because the number's too big for you.
It's big for a weather game like this, but
are people hammering Buffalo?
Probably people hammer Buffalo.
No,
every week.
Yeah, I mean 63% on Chicago spread,
88% on Buffalo.
Money line. Jeez.
63% is taking Chicago, so that's why the line's moved up. Yeah, I'm gonna take Buffalo. I don't really care. I'm not going to sit there and...
What? Oh, that's so stupid.
What?
The next game. Can I go on to it?
I think so. Yeah, we're good, right? Yeah, he took Chicago. We're good.
Okay. Tennessee is now only a 3-point favorite, where I looked an hour ago and they were an 8-point favorite. So that means Ryan Tannehill is not playing. Malik Willis is playing. And Malik Willis is
terrible.
Stinky.
Oh.
Malik Willis is terrible.
Well, if Malik Willis is playing, which this line is telling me that, I think I might love the Houston Texans.
Yeah, Houston also loves to cover them a good spread.
Didn't Ryan Tannehill come back into the game when he went out on Sunday?
I guess.
I thought he came back in. So he hurt himself again?
I don't know.
Fucking idiot, man. He's so bad.
What a fucking douche.
Well, the spread doesn't go down 5 points unless it's Malik Willis. So
that's crazy too, because I feel like Ryan Tannehill's not that much better.
Oh, he's way better than Malik Willis, and that shows you how bad Malik Willis is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this game is
Tannehill
gross.
likely done for season.
Oh shit!
Jags are making the playoffs.
The Jags are making the playoffs.
So now do we have? Well, we're past that game.
No, I know.
I'm taking Houston now.
Houston's
winning this game.
I'm gonna say Tennessee wins this game for dumb reasons.
I still like my Jets pick, but I also think Houston's winning too. So they stay. It's just like a stalemate this week.
I mean, I hate it though, because Houston is so bad. You look at Malik Willis and you're like, ew, Malik Willis, but then you look at the Texans, you're like, ew, the Texans.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing?
That's why I'm doing that, and I think the Texans are just gonna be a little grosser this week.
I like the Texans too. So
I mean, not the Texans, Tennessee. I'm taking Tennessee.
Oh, okay, good.
All right, yeah.
Seattle at Kansas City. Kansas City is a 10-point favorite in Arrowhead. Over under 49 points.
I mean, dude, you want me to take it? Kansas City doesn't.
I'm just gonna keep taking Kansas City.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I know Sal's gonna keep taking Kansas City because it's gonna work one week where they do blow up and just.
Yeah, I'm not taking Seattle this week to watch Kansas City win 38-0. That's not what I'm doing.
I don't know.
Seattle's they don't run out of gas.
Dude, they don't cover spreads. Seattle's is Lockett's not going to be back?
No, I don't think so. And the funny thing is,
I really want to take Seattle.
Last week on the podcast, we all took Seattle, and then I ended up betting San Francisco. So it's I don't know what I think sometimes, and then I look at a game before the game starts, and I'm like, oh, Seattle's not winning.
Dude, I took the Bengals last week on the podcast, and I bet on the Bucks in 2 separate bets. So
nice.
Yeah.
Good.
I think I've taken the Bucks every week.
Yeah.
I think everyone
does.
Taking the Bucks every week, dude.
I don't know. So what was the spread for the Texans game with Kansas City? 14?
14.
Okay. So Seattle's way better than Houston. It's a 10-point spread. Kansas City
City's at
can't
home,
cover
Kansas
games.
City's at home.
Kansas City can't cover games. I don't know, man. I just have to go with the smartish pick.
Smartish pick.
Seattle.
Yeah.
So
Definitely a
Going
smart
Seattle.
pick. I just think I just think the Lions are winning out, and Seattle losing this week would help them tremendously if I think they're going to win. So I'm going to take Kansas City.
as dumb as it sounds, this is either Kansas City -10 or Seattle money line.
So you think they don't cover, or if they cover,
If they cover, they win.
I think there's a great possibility they could just cover and lose, like
Oh, obviously. I mean, that's a 10-point window.
a push.
But,
Good.
maybe. So, I love this game at the beginning of the week, and I flipped on it since I've thought about it.
Yep.
Giants at Minnesota. Giants are +4. Over-unders 48 points.
Interesting that it's 4.
Just by this look Nolan gave me, Nolan likes this game. So, Nolan, tell me what you think about this game.
I mean, I love the Vikings.
Do you?
They're the greatest team ever at home. And they proved it on Thursday. Or Saturday. Whatever day it was. Was it Thursday? Saturday. They proved it on Saturday.
This is a tough game to read.
It is a very tough game. Do these teams ever play?
Yeah, and the Giants normally get thrashed by this team.
Really?
They get killed in Minnesota too. So
Because I think the Giants should have lost that game against the Commanders.
since last week, like I've been looking at this game, like oh yeah, I can't wait for the Giants to get absolutely creamed by the Vikings. Like I still am gonna take the Vikings, but I feel less confident about it now because these are the kind of spots where the Giants have just been able to come up this year, and Minnesota's not a put you away team.
So when I first looked at this game, I could not get enough of the New York Giants. I thought the Giants +4 was the best play ever. And the more I thought about it, I realized how stupid I am because the Vikings think they're invincible right now. The Vikings.
Oh man,
I mean,
that's
how do you
that
not
is
have so
also
much momentum?
that's also
the
true.
Vikings are gonna walk on water Sunday or Saturday, whatever day this is.
Justin Jefferson.
They might have 40 points on Saturday.
Justin Jefferson.
If
I'm playing him in my one fantasy league that I have left. I went 0-3 in the playoffs last week, and Justin Jefferson is going to put it in my behind this week. So you know what you do to combat that? You bet him to score a touchdown.
I also don't think either of the Giants good.
So you're gonna do that, and it's gonna wipe out your fantasy. Yeah, whatever.
I also don't think either of the Giants good corners, Baker and the other guy, are coming
They're
back
not keeping up
they're-
with Jefferson.
They're not coming. No, they're not coming back this week. They're both still hurt.
Oh,
I mean,
Jesus.
nobody's proven to take care of Justin Jefferson. So
And it's a 1 p.m. game. Like Kirk at 1.
is this okay? Here's what I'll do though, and I might throw a fork in it. Is this a Vegas game?
No. I think if it is a Vegas game, that's good for the Vikings.
The last game for the Giants was really a Vegas game, and is that Vegas saying we really want the Giants in the playoffs?
Maybe, but at the same time, they can still lose this week and easily make the playoffs, right, Antonio?
Can they?
Yeah, they can, because they still have that tiebreaker with Washington.
Okay.
And you got to think
Then, yeah, I'll-
You got to think
Seattle's
Seattle's
probably
playing Kansas
Yeah.
City.
Okay. I'll stick with the Vikings then. I very well could see this game like being very fucky though.
Okay.
Because the Giants get to play the Colts after this week too.
Falcons
Ew.
at Baltimore. This is a terrible game.
Under.
Baltimore is a 7.5 point favorite. Over under is 35.5 points.
Lamar Jackson may play.
May, but did not practice today. Desmond Ridder is the worst quarterback
So bad.
in NFL history,
Mm-hmm.
other than Malik Willis.
Yep.
And I'm still taking Atlanta here.
Talk about teams I can't cover. This team
I can't
cannot
take
cover.
Baltimore.
Yeah,
I almost said Baltimore, and I couldn't get the words out of my mouth.
I could see the image in my head for a second. Be like, oh, Lamar Jackson returns and has a pretty decent game. Couple touchdowns, one rushing touchdown. They win by 14.
Yeah.
Then I'm like,
Even when he was healthy, he wasn't fucking.
then I'm
doing
like, no, because he progressively declined as the season went on each year.
No.
Yeah, no.
no, we're not. gonna
Also, you
take
got
it.
one of I don't know if they're still the best team against the spread in the NFL this year, but I know they're top 3 against the spread, the Falcons.
They're 8
And
6 against the spread.
wow, so they're not good since
Well, they started 6-0, and they
I don't
really
care.
pulled off
Baltimore hasn't showed me anything about
That's
being able to
Baltimore
cover a
against the
spread.
6 and 8, if you can believe that.
How?
Because they covered every game at the beginning of the year.
Oh,
They covered against the Jets and the
this
Patriots.
is just too many points for them to cover. Yeah. Give me Atlanta.
Are we all taking Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Baltimore.
Okay.
I'm serious. I'm taking Baltimore.
Okay.
Just as we're all taking
I believe you.
Washington at San Francisco. I just can't believe I do that. San Francisco is a 7-point favorite at home. Over-unders 38 points. This should be pretty short and sweet. This should be San Francisco all day, right?
I love Washington.
Really?
I love Washington this weekend.
Why?
They're gonna cover.
Are they going to win?
No, they might win. They could win on Sunday.
I think the air's out of the tire of this Washington run. I think we're like it's like the yodeling game. This is kind of like what I said about on Price is Right. Like we're about to fall off the cliff here.
Not saying with this I'm not saying that they're gonna win because of this reason, but they're playing for their playoff lives, which I think is still.
Which is why I like.
It's still a good reason to cover.
Well, San Francisco is in the playoffs no matter what, so it's like not like they don't care, but
is Brock Purdy like the best quarterback ever?
Brock Purdy's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Well, pretty good's like aggressive.
This happened a couple years ago when Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt and Nick Mullins came in. Remember Nick Mullins looked like the
he was
greatest.
good for a couple weeks.
No way.
What?
I just saw something and I can't believe. We'll get there, but.
Oh, not about this, Dan.
My heart just got filled with love when I saw it. And
Do you remember the thing you were
I'm so
say
excited
before you sat down, or while you were sitting down? You were like, "Wow, I'm going to tell you this."
That was Jacksonville and Miami, and you hated it.
Oh,
I loved it.
Wow, I didn't like it.
Because I thought I was going to be like Jacksonville would be set up to play Miami, and Sal would be like, "Whoa, the Florida Bowl." Then I'd be like 2-1 Trevor, and he'd be like, "Whoa."
No, if I thought of that too, I think Sal would shit at that too. But
no, I don't like it. I don't like
love it.
Those two teams playing each other is just like icky to me. I don't know what it is.
He hates Miami. He fucking hates Miami.
I do hate Miami, honestly.
Miami. And he hates that Jacksonville's good now.
I hate Jacksonville.
I
have to hate them. I have to hate them now. But I picked them to win the AFC South, so it's like I don't really hate them.
Which they still could because the Bucks are fucking terrible.
Titans.
But
The Bucks are terrible too.
Bucks are also terrible.
So who are you taking in this game? Washington and San Fran. You're taking Washington. You love Taylor Heineke. I'm
really not. I think San Fran is just like a train.
They're
a train that just can't be stopped.
They have the biggest offensive line I've ever seen.
And this is like
Antonio. Like Trent Williams is a mountain.
And is this not like a middle finger to the face for the Washington Commanders at this point with this fucking spread against like
Purdy.
a Brock Purdy, like, ooh, but is Chase Young coming back?
I feel like we say this every week.
He was supposed to come back this weekend and then they said no. He wanted to get good reps in.
Oh.
He wanted to get good practice reps in.
If Chase Young is playing, then yeah, you probably take Washington.
I think even if he's playing, I'm going to take
questionable for Week 16 at San Francisco.
I'm going to fight it. I don't think he's going to play, but if he does, I still think San Fran wins. I think they cover. I think this is a 10-point San Fran win.
Heard. Philly, you have Washington, and you think Washington.
I have Washington.
Philly at Dallas.
Again, they do this. Why is this not the 8:00 game? On Christmas Eve.
Because it's not going to be that good of a game, Nolan.
It's going to be better than fucking Las Vegas and Pittsburgh.
Okay.
You're right.
I'm getting heated, so.
No, don't get mad at me about this. The Immaculate Reception game.
Who cares?
Well, Franco Harris just died, and apparently they knew he was going to die because now it's the Sunday night.
They knew he was going to die. I saw that today, too, bro. I was like, no shot, he just died. We've been talking about that for
a week and a half. Like, literally a week and a half, and then he dies 2 days before the game. Like, come on.
We said it 2 weeks ago on the broadcast. So, like, yeah, in 2 weeks, don't forget the Christmas special, Immaculate Reception game. I was like, who cares about the Immaculate Reception game? Who cares? Oh.
Anyways.
But this would be a way better 8:00 slate.
Yeah. Well, Gardner's the quarterback for Philly, most likely.
Most likely.
I didn't say definitely. Didn't say definitely. Philly +5 at Dallas. Over/unders 47.5.
He loves the Eagles now.
Look at him. What do you mean now? That's why I said I can't wait for this.
I
saw
so
-5 and I was like, no.
I love the Eagles so much too, and I don't want to get like too emotionally attached, but like Gardner Minshew.
I love Gardner. I'm a big
Gardner
fan.
Eulogy at his college coach's funeral this week. Missed practice to do so. He is playing with a heavy heart and a chip on his shoulder.
I wouldn't trust anybody else to do it more than him.
Gardner Minshew is going to look like the best quarterback you have ever seen.
It's just a good fucking team. That's why Jalen Hurts looks so good.
For one game, Gardner, you know what? I might play Gardner Minshew in fantasy over. I have decrepit Tom Brady right now.
Okay, yeah.
It was Tyler, and then Tyler got hurt, and now I have Tom Brady. But I think I'm putting Gardner Minshew in just because I said this. Gardner's going off.
If he plays.
Gardner is throwing for three
touchdowns.
There's a very good chance he doesn't play, though.
He's playing. They're not throwing.
Why are you
throwing Jalen Hurts out there right now?
Because if Dallas wins, they could still catch you in the 1 seed.
You have to win one out of your next two. Let them get healthy for a week. You can't win 1 out of 2 games.
But why this game? Why not one of the other games?
Because you're in Dallas. Let Gardner go try to win a game. That's what you have him there for. He's a good backup.
Yeah, you can't beat. If you lose this game, you can't beat the Saints or the Giants.
Yeah, seriously. If you can't beat one of them,
they could easily choke against the Giants.
Okay, so beat the Saints at home.
And then Dallas gets the number 1 seed. That's faded.
Beat the Saints at home. Literally beat the Saints at home. If you can't beat the Saints at home, you don't deserve to have the number 1 seed. They're not even throwing this game by putting Gardner out there.
You forgot Dallas is also losing to the Titans.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
You just tried to put that in my mouth.
No, I'm saying they are. I'm not saying I'm putting it in your mouth.
They're covering +5. I don't know if they're winning the game, but
they're covering the fuck out of this game.
All right.
The one by 10.
I'll say they'll cover.
The one by it's.
But like what? Okay, what if Jalen Hurts does play? Then you like him even more, right?
No.
You hate the Eagles then?
No, I don't hate them. I want Gardner Minshew +5.
Okay, but if Jalen Hurts plays, what do you think?
Spread's probably Eagles.
Well, then the spread then
-2
then
maybe.
Then I get value. Then it's probably -1 or -2.
Okay, so you still like the Eagles then?
Sure, I'll take my free 3 points, but I'd rather have Gardner Minshew playing.
That's a wild thing to say.
I know, that's me.
Listen, you can't explain
it. That's the
it.
most Sal thing I've ever heard when he's like,
Nolan
did the eulogy at his coach's fucking funeral.
It's not quantifiable, but it makes sense.
They were like this, Nolan. Him and his college coach were like this. He was a walk-on at Washington State, and he came on and became the best quarterback, and he had the mustache thing going, and the Washington State fans loved him, dude. Mike Leach was like an innovator. Like, he loved him, bro.
Mike Leach was crazy good. I don't know, man. This game is so fucky. I'll take Philly, I guess, because if you're going to tell me Philly's an underdog, I'll just take them every time.
Right.
Good teams win with backups all the time, too.
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, Brock Purdy.
Yep. All right, 8:15, the Immaculate Reception game.
Ew.
Vegas at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's -2.5. Short and sweet. Franco Harris died. Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like Pittsburgh or LV's not winning this fucking game.
No. Not after that bullshit last week either.
No, especially not after that fucking bullshit. Oh my
This is a Raiders look like
Poo-poo.
bad game. This is one of those.
It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be windy.
Oh yeah, they don't want to play in that. They have no desire to play.
Steelers
in that.
defense is
their
gonna be all
offensive
over the
line is
place.
actual drop. This is getting real dollars Saturday. I'm betting Pittsburgh in this game.
This is getting real dollars.
This is getting real dollars on Saturday. Pittsburgh is gonna beat the fuck.
26-6.
No, 17-3.
26-6. They're gonna find a way to score points.
I mean,
Franco Harris died.
they haven't really played in cold weather in like maybe a month when they played the Broncos.
Vegas does not play in cold weather ever. Give me.
I mean, they played in LA. They played the Chargers.
And Patriots back this week. No, Patriots way better than Trubisky.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I think Pittsburgh wins this game. I mean, what the fuck?
I don't know how they're.
And there's still a chance that they go plus 500, which has never happened.
You've been on that last week too. So.
Which has never.
Oh yeah,
happened.
they're also going 9-8 and missing the playoffs.
Probably. They'll go 8-9.
Just because Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season there. That's literally the only reason why they're going to go 9-8. Who's their last 2 games?
Probably bad people.
I think we looked this up last podcast.
We definitely did.
Cleveland.
They're beating Baltimore.
Those are winnable games for sure.
Did they lose to Baltimore last time? Yes, they did. Yeah, they're beating Baltimore.
They always split. It doesn't matter.
They love splitting.
Because if the Steelers are really good and Baltimore's not, Steelers always play down to their competition. And look at Baltimore this year. Exactly what they're doing.
All right, Sunday games. 4 games left. 3 of them on Sunday. Christmas Day, Green Bay at Miami. Miami's a 3.5-point favorite. Anyone want to guess who Sal's taking?
The team that I'm taking.
Green Bay Packers.
Because you guys still have this fallacy that they're going to make the playoffs.
They're not making the playoffs.
Until he's dead, I'm gonna keep taking.
They're not making the playoffs, but they're so covering this game.
This is where it ends.
I knew they were covering this game last week.
If the Patriots don't win this game, this is like 42-7 Dolphins.
That's what I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins look really good. They are pissed about losing that game in Buffalo.
Listen, I think Rodgers is starting to connect with some of his receivers.
I mean, that's been the case.
Wow, dude. Wow. I'm taking the Dolphins just because it's going to be 42-7 Dolphins.
Like the Dolphins are the best team ever at home.
The Packers
are terrible. People are forgetting that.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. The Packers' pass defense is so bad, and when Tua's like just slinging the ball to Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill for 30 yards every play,
Tyreek Hill's having 250 yards. He hasn't.
Fuck, you got me. It looked really good, but you got me. I have to switch.
You're switching too?
I have to.
Oh God.
He doesn't like when you both switch. He doesn't like that.
You're right though.
Like, come on.
Sal, he talked us off the edge.
Yeah, we were on the edge. We're about to overdose.
I was about to this fallacy. You're still attached to that number 12.
It's because I just loved the look of this game. I really did. I was like, I loved the Dolphins.
Like the Buccaneers.
I don't know.
Man. It's like the Buccaneers.
It is like the Buccaneers. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you don't want to see Aaron Rodgers be out of the playoffs. You don't want to see him be old, but it's just happening, and we have to accept it.
All right, Miami.
And I'm still not letting go of the Bucks now that when I said that.
All right, Miami. Round of Miami is what I was trying to say there. Jeez. Denver at the Rams. Just no thoughts. Just take a pick.
And I don't want to hear shit from you if Green Bay wins that game. I don't want to hear shit.
Well, last time you said that, fuck Nolan. Now I'm literally taking Green Bay.
I don't want to hear shit.
Okay, because
that's all I'm saying. You're a grown ass man.
2 weeks ago you said this shit, and then the team that I switched to because I picked with you didn't end up covering. I don't remember who it was.
That's fine.
I'm taking Green Bay. That's my final answer. Okay. That's locked on. Denver at the Rams. Don't even say anything. Just take a pick. Denver minus 2.5. I like
if it's a Denver game and you say who cares, just pick
Denver.
I'm gonna say Denver.
I'm taking Rams.
Okay.
Fuck
Rams.
Tampa Bay at Arizona. Tampa Bay is a 7.5 point favorite in Arizona. No Colt McCoy. No Kyler Murray. Trace McSorley will be the quarterback in prime time on Christmas at 8:20. This has Buccaneers ass whooping written all over.
They need it. Like,
that's why
this is the one they
are covering this football game, because this. Yeah, you thought I got your ass, dude.
This is the one they finally need. This is finally their opportunity to kick the shit out of a team.
I told you I'm on my bullshit this week. I'm on my bullshit. This is going to be. Everyone in the world has a parlay that ends with Bucks money line Sunday on Christmas. Everybody thinks Tom Brady's cashing in their ticket. Cardinals money line on Sunday. Cardinals are winning this game.
And then everybody in the NFC South is tied.
Correct.
The Saints make
mic drop. Bro, the Saints couldn't
the Saints make the playoffs. I'm gonna
shit and vomit.
Pull my leg.
And they'll win a game too somehow.
I will shit, vomit, bleed, ejaculate.
I'll pull out my trachea and
fucking. With them. Carolina's gonna beat Detroit and then be tied with them.
No, that's not happening.
Yes,
but 96% of the money.
It's on Tampa Bay.
It's on Tampa Bay.
This is the most rigged game you've ever seen. This
will be the second time Brady's lost to like a rookie quarterback because he lost to Brock.
Oh,
does that happen twice?
Yeah.
How many? He lost one Super Bowl in Arizona. How? At least one.
He won one in Arizona.
He won one with the Seahawks.
Okay, I'm still taking the Bucks.
I got your ass so good. You were like, yeah, and I was like,
come on, Antonio. You gotta know Sal by now. Give me Tampa Bay. I don't really fucking care.
They'll win by 10. It's not gonna be anything crazy, but they'll win by 10.
They're gonna keep it close. Arizona's gonna keep it close, unfortunately, for like most of the game, and then Tampa Bay will just run away.
Disagree strongly. Like very like, bro, they're not letting people win money on Christmas. They're gonna be like, oh. They're gonna be like your Christmas money that your mommy gave you. They're gonna be like,
they're gonna take it all on Christmas Eve when people are drunk and don't care.
Oh,
that's my thing.
They'll be nice on Christmas.
There's gonna be so many rigged games on Saturday, and you're gonna be too drunk to see it.
Fair enough. Me and Antonio were really drunk when the Patriots play happened. I don't know if you were really drunk, but like me and you looked at each other and we were like,
no, I was drunk. I looked at you and I was like, I wish I was that happened.
Well, we saw.
I was like, he threw.
Yeah, we saw the lateral backwards, and then we were both just like,
Nobody in the bar really started freaking out because I think everybody was just kind of like,
huh?
Oh my god, bro!
There were a lot of Patriots fans there.
I was standing in front of this TV and I was in shock. I was in utter shock. I had my hands on my head, And as soon as he threw it across the field, I went, no. Like as softly and as calmly as you could ever hear someone say it, I go, no. Because like I knew it was about to happen. Also, too, what are you expecting Mac Jones to do when you throw it back to him?
That's the other thing.
Because he was the only guy like within 90 feet.
Did Jacoby think he was going to like throw it to someone? Like, I don't know.
He would be faded and think that he was going to throw it to somebody else.
Whatever. We've talked enough about that.
I'm so pissed still.
Last game, Chargers at the Colts. This is
Ew.
Nick Foles starting, not Sam Ehlinger, not Matt Ryan.
Wow. I forgot that they had Nick Foles.
Chargers.
Did they like just pick him up?
No, they've had him. Chargers are minus. Yeah, they've had him the whole time.
They've just been hiding him?
Yeah.
Even when they started Sam Ehlinger? Where have they been keeping him?
I don't know.
On the practice
in the
squad?
cryogenic chamber. I don't know.
There's literally a statue of this guy in Philadelphia, and they just have him locked away.
The Colts are covering this game.
The Colts are winning this game.
Because the Chargers don't like covering spreads.
I was going to say the Colts are definitely covering this game because... What? Why are you looking at me
I'm
like
the only
that?
one that thinks that's crazy, that Nick
Yeah,
Foles
it's
is
crazy.
playing.
Yeah, it's...
I forgot he was on the team.
I had no idea.
Earlier this year, I was like, oh, yeah. Like, I remember seeing him on the roster. I'm like, oh, yeah, Frank Reich's there. He's got Nick Foles, his old backup or whatever. But no.
Why did they not play him when they brought Sam Ehlinger in?
I don't know. Maybe they
just trying to
wanted
see
maybe
if
they
he
wanted to
had
see if the young kid had any kind of talent.
And why ever play Matt Ryan ever again?
Don't know, dude.
Does your
I don't think
Does
they
Jeff
I don't think they
Saturday come
drafted
in?
Allinger thinking he was going to be a next big thing, but they might have just gone through a thing where it was like, well, why not see what he can do for 2 weeks? I don't know, dude.
I don't get it.
But they're going to
Nick Foles is
cover.
winning this fucking football.
They're going to
game.
cover, and they might win just to keep things nice and tight in the
This is
AFC.
going to be after the holiday. No one gives a fuck. No one's going to give a fuck about this game. And the Chargers... Oh, man. The Chargers are going to throw the fucking playoff spot.
They could. They're the Chargers.
They're going to throw it to either the Jets or the Patriots. They're going to throw it, dude. The Patriots are going to get off the hook of that faded-ass
Patriots
bullshit.
are winning this week 100%. That's all I'm telling you. That's all I know this week. That's all I know.
God damn it,
That's all
Sal.
I know.
I hate
That's
when
all-
you're right. God, why couldn't we have started with this game?
Yeah, then you would have saw the light.
Yeah. All right, fuck it.
All
Whatever.
right, week 15 last week, record-wise, Nolan 8-7-1. I went 8-7-1. Antonio 9-6-1. Pick 3, Nolan 2-1. I went 1-2. Antonio went 1-2.
My signature.
Overall, no, my signature's 1-2, bro. I've done 1-2 so many weeks. It's kind of ridiculous. Nolan, you are 105, 114, and 4, but you're 23, 21, and 1 in pick 3. I am 116, 105, and 4, 20, 23, and 2 in pick 3. Antonio's 119, 100, and 4, 18, and 27 in pick 3.
Me and you might have an identical pick 3 this week.
Really? We'll let Nolan go first then, unless Nolan does not want to go first.
I'll go first. All right. Number 1. I put the Patriots in there now.
Do it.
Just for you.
Do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
Put the Bengals.
I'm putting Detroit in there, -2.5. I think this is just what Sal's saying. Hungry dog runs faster. That's this in a nutshell right here. Second one, give me Atlanta +7. I think you guys might have that, but like Atlanta +7 to me, I don't know how Baltimore covers a 7-point spread with the way they've played these past few weeks, so that probably means they are covering, but give me Atlanta +7. And last but not least, do I do it? Give me the Bucks -7.5.
Ew.
It's about time. And I think it's about damn time. So,
I don't want to go up against you, so I'm not going to take the Cardinals.
okay. You were going to take the Cardinals?
Mm-hmm.
You should take the Cardinals.
Well, maybe now it'll be identical.
Why?
Every time we go up against each other, you did it right. I don't know what it is.
This year, yeah. Usually
I'm like-
though, you're
I'm like
usually
0-3, maybe 0-4 against you this year, so I don't want to do it. But that also means I'm due, so I might have to. I'm going next.
Sounds like talking himself into
Okay.
Patriots +3.
1 for 1.
Eagles +5.
2 for 2. If you take the one for the last one that I'm going to have, I'm going to switch to another game that I almost like.
Pittsburgh -2.5. Do it. Run it. run all three because that was really that was swear to God.
Okay, I was gonna say I'll switch to Atlanta, but
and Antonio shaked my hand.
Wow.
Has
that ever happened?
No, that's never happened before.
Where we've had all 3 picks.
Dude, because I don't have any other. These 3 just stick out, and that's it.
Yeah.
Atlanta was a maybe, but
End the podcast. No bold predictions. No nothing. That's the end. Me and Antonio have the same pick 3. Good night.
Bold prediction: Tom Brady throws for 400 yards.
Bold prediction: Eagles win 24-20.
Okay.
bold prediction: me and Sal both go 3-0.
Wow. All right, that's it. That's it.
Tally ho.